Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl here, Juliet from English Prep Class. I hope you're keeping safe. Now in today's video, we're looking at grammar rules continuation and I'm going to be looking at the verbs. I want you to stay tuned with me to the end of this video so you know how to identify verbs in sentences, especially when you're trying out the Pearson test of English reading. And not just for the Pearson test of English alone, even if you're writing other English exams, this video will also be of help to you. So this is the verb forms of the verb, and we have here the first form, which is the base form of verb. Okay, the first form. This is the second form, which is the past tense of the verb, and this is the third form of verb, which is the past participle form. I'm just going to give you examples so you understand the different forms. Now, for the first form, which is the base form, it's just any verb without the ing ending, without s at the end, or without ed. Those are the base one. That's a normal form of words. For instance, things like eat, sleep, assist, walk, talk. That's just basic form of verb. That's the base one, which is the first form of verb. Now the second form is just the past tense of the base form, where you have ed. Something like sat, drank, something like loved. Here you have ed as the ending. Okay, that's the past tense of the verb. Then we'll have the third form, which is the past participle form. It can either end in ed or un. Something like this: drunk, begun. You can have loved as well here as the past participle form of the word. So these are the verb forms of the word: the base form, the past tense of the verb, and the past participle form. First form, second form, and third form. Now the reason why I'm delving into all this is going to help you when you do your reading module in the Pearson test of English, or even any other English test you want to do, or your basic grammar when you speak English. I mean, it's going to help you know the exact form of verb to use. Okay, so these are the examples of the to be verbs. We've got the is, am, are, was, and were. And these verbs will correspond with or will work more with the third form of verb. And remember, the third form of verb is the past participle form of verb, like drunk, begun. You know, I also said you can add ed, like loved, and all that at the end of the verb. And not just will it go with the third form of verb, it can also have some ing ending to the verb. For example, you know, she is married, or let's say he was married last year. You know, things like that. That's the third form of verb. You can see the word there, ed, at the end. You also got here the modal verbs. Examples of the modal verbs. You can see words like can, would, will, may, could. Not an exhaustive list, okay? I'm just showing you examples here. And these modal verbs will actually go more with the first form of verb. That means that if there is a modal verb before a blank, it means that that blank, the form of verb that will be in that blank, will be the first form of verb. For instance, I could do with your help. You see, could, do with your help. Or I could use your help. Better. I could use your help to fix my laptop. See the word use. I didn't say used. I didn't say used. Look at the word here. I use this word here, used. Use. I could use your help because I'm using the modal verb. And this use is the first form of this verb, use. If I had used, any of these wouldn't work with this, because the rule says that the modal verbs will go with the first form of verb. I'm going to show you some examples so that you can understand better. So if you see any of these, either the to be verbs or the modal verbs, you will understand that immediately before the blank, you will know what form of verb will be in the blank. So this is one example. I also got this one from the Pearson mock. Okay, it's a part of the sentence. So this is it. This says, we are dash to feel weary and amply. So you already know that are is a to be verb from the ongoing. So that means that from these options beneath, we're supposed to pick one right option and fix it in here in the blank. And remember I said once a to be verb comes before a blank, what should be in the blank will be the third form of verb, which is the past participle, or the ing form. So for this one, we have the options as takes, we have forms, and we have permitted. So what do you reckon the right answer should be? Just pause the video and look at it very well. Okay, so the right answer here will be what? Permitted. So permitted will be the third form of verb that will fit in here. We can't use the word. We are takes to feel weary and amply, or we are forms to feel. because this one has the S ending and they're not the right fit. This, remember, the third form of verb will have either the ed ending or the un ending. Remember, so that is why this one is a right fit for this place. So for every other to be verb you see is either you're having the third form of verb or you're having the ing to be in the blank. Okay, so this is how you do this task or answer this kind of question on exam day. Okay, now this is another example, but this example would refer to the modal verb. Remember the modal verb. So this is an example that says children can blank themselves with the heroes in the book and choose to act like them. And we have different options. We have featured, we have exploit, we have identify. Now remember, the rule for the modal verb says that once there is a modal verb before a blank, and here is the modal verb here. Once this verb comes before this blank, what should be in the blank would be what? The first form of verb. The first form, which is the base form. The base form. Remember, the base form of verb is a verb without s, without ing, or ed endings. It's just the normal form of verb, like just in something like sit, eat, drink. So when you see a modal like can, would, could, will, all those modals, they will make sure they will go with the first form of verb. So if you look at this word here, of course, already ed is not a first form of verb. However, exploit is a first form. Okay, identify is also a first form of verb. But let's look at, so this one is already ruled out because of this ed. So we are left with these two options, identify and exploit. Now looking at these two words, which one will fit in here very well? If we say children can exploit themselves with the heroes in the book and choose to act like exploit doesn't sit well there. It doesn't look like it's going to fit in well there when you read it with the passage, okay, or with the sentence. But if we look at the word identify, children can identify themselves with the heroes. Of course, you can identify yourself with your heroes or your best actors and all that, okay? So the right fit here will be what? Identify. And you can agree with me that this is the first form of verb. Which is the first form of verb? It's not identified. So this is the first form of verb because it just has is a base form without ed or without ing ending or s. So this is an example of the modal verb and how they can use the first form of verb, or how you can know that the first form of verb should accompany the modal verb in a sentence. So you can apply this to your reading, fill in the blanks, or reading and writing, fill in the blanks. Those are very important tasks in your PTE reading. And not just that, you can also apply them to other tests of English so that you can pass your exams. Okay guys, so this brings me to the end of this video. I hope you're able to understand the grammar rules. I mean, there are more. I'm going to be bringing more of these videos your way because I know it's going to help you pass your exam. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your bell notification so you know when I upload new video. And remember to follow me on Instagram at English_prep class and on Facebook at English Prep Class. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Make sure you watch my other videos too, okay? Bye!